Welcome to the daily reading for all signs for today, the 12th of January, 2025. This is Ariel, and today I'm reading with the Medieval Tarot, and I'm going to purify with my 300-year-old formula that I created this cologne out of, Eau de Cologne. 3 sprays in this large room is more than sufficient, and you can find the link to how to make this cologne and also a link how to purchase this deck in the video description of this video right here on YouTube. We are streaming live on YouTube, and moderating today are the lovely Vanessa and the lovely Honeypaw. Thank you so much, moderators, and thank you to everybody for joining us today for this daily reading. I hope you're doing great today. Please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Just a reminder, I don't read with card reversal, so you're going to see me flipping cards right side up if they come out upside down. That's my preferred method of reading. If you'd like to donate to this channel, you can do that by going to paypal.me/ArielGatoga, paypal.me/ArielGatoga, or online you could use a super sticker or super chat if you're live here on YouTube, or a super thanks if you're on a restream. This reading does go out to a lot of people, so if it doesn't seem like it applies to you, it just probably doesn't, it's probably just not meant for you. And in that case, you may want to check out the Zodiac readings for your sun sign, your rising sign, and or your moon sign. You can find all of the most recent readings on tarot reading streams very easily on our website, arielscorner.com. arielscorner.com. Just click on the free online tarot readings link in the main menu. And we do have playlists also right here on YouTube for those. Our shop is at arielscornershop.com. arielscornershop.com. Check out our new merchandise. I hope you like it. Gonna give this deck a nice clean cut. Let's see what's in the cards for everybody today. Starting out with a 4 of Wands, followed by an 8 of Swords, and then we have the Fool card. Is this the 8 of Swords? No, this is the Justice card. I'm sorry. I'm glad I figured that out. Roman numerals, Ariel. So I like the Justice card right in the middle, right smack dab in the middle. That's that divine law of restitution. Something that wasn't right, something that was unfair, etc., is being rebalanced in your favor. And so you can just call upon that divine law of restitution and feel good, feel safe, feel secure in that things are working out to your benefit. Especially anything that was unfair, it's not going to stay that way. Things are balancing out in a wonderful way for you. Excuse me, these Southern California winds have got me with almost no voice and a lot of allergies. So if I sneeze or cough, I apologize. This Fool card is also talking about how you want to let the universe handle this for you. You can call upon the divine law of restitution. That's fine. You should. That's a good thing to do, to make sure that that you invoke it and that you realize that it's working on your behalf. But then you need to let it work, and you instead go about your own business and allow yourself to have an empty, childlike mind. The empty mind, like they call that the mind like an empty rice bowl in Zen. That's the beginner's mind. And beginner's mind is so good because with beginner's mind comes beginner's luck. So things really work out for you in ways that people, might just be in wonder about when you allow yourself to have that beginner's mind. And that's really just, contacting your own inner guidance, your own intuition, and saying, I don't know what anything is. I don't know what to do. Even the stuff that you think you know about, if you just practice and say, I don't know. I used to think I know what everything was, but I don't know anything. Please show me. I'm willing to be shown. That's when things really work out for you quickly, because you're not relying on your own past. You're not relying on all of the things that you've taught yourself or other people have taught you in the past, when you can say, I know that I used to think I knew what everything meant, but now I don't. When you can come from that point of view, it doesn't matter what your past taught you. You are now open and receptive to something new. And that's when magic happens. Magic happens better if you don't have preconceived notions about what the world is. Because if you don't have preconceived notions about what the world is, then you're not helping to manufacture those old versions by rote of the world. You're now open and receptive to new ideas. And when that inner guidance shows you those new ideas, they come usually as a flash. And when those flashes of inspiration come, it's either like a precognition of something to come, or it's an instruction if you have something that you need to do. If there's something that you need to do, you'll be shown. But unless you're really clearly shown, when you have this Fool card, it's best to just do nothing. It's best to do nothing and to just stay within that asking frame of mind. I don't know. Where should I go? I don't know. What should I do? One of the things that you probably have been doing and is a good idea to keep doing is getting some things in order. And a lot of this getting in order has to do for many of you, with your workplace and your workspace, and maybe even your ideas of what your work is and what your passions are. Sometimes this is an inner sorting, but it is a sorting process. And if you allow your inner guide to be with you in this sorting process, when you're going through either ideas, concepts, or items or things, if you're sorting through things, in your office or in your home, you can then, no matter what it is, you can say, does this support me or not? And if it does, we're going to keep it. If it doesn't, we're going to just let it go. And even if it is things that you're sorting through, recognize that those things are still representations of ideas and concepts. And sometimes those old concepts, even though they really served you, are no longer appropriate. And it can be like a child giving up its blankie. It can be really hard sometimes to give up old concepts and old ideas about ourselves. But you're not being asked to sacrifice anything. You're actually just being asked to make room for the new. So that, like I said, making room in your mind for new ideas so that you can have those manifestations. Ooh, look, more new. Ace of Cups. Five of Swords. This is what is being handled by the law of restitution, that you're supposed to have a hands-off approach. We're going to come back to that in a sec. And then this wonderful Three of Wands, which is what you do when you have a hands-off approach. So whatever this cruelty was for some of you, whatever it was, even if you were the perpetrator and you feel bad about it, you're still being asked to not do anything. You're still being asked to let the law of restitution do its work, and that if you are needed, you'll be called upon. But really, it's better for you not to get involved with whatever this is. If there's resentments, if there's grievances, if there are fears, if there are personality clashes, whatever it happens to be, no matter how bad it was, you're being asked to just detach yourself from it and let the higher power do it for you, and you empty your mind and be guided in the moment. So that then what happens is, instead of you being focused on all of what was done or what was said or whatever this was that's being taken care of for you, instead of focusing on that, you're focusing on all of the new manifestations that you've been making room for during all of this sorting out and cleaning and emptying your mind and emptying your life of things that no longer serve you. And those manifestations are beautiful. And a lot of times when we have these threes as manifestations, like the Three of Coins or the Three of Wands especially, it's just an indicator of the beginning of a longer trend. So it's like sprouts first coming up. You don't want to look at a couple sprouts that are coming up and say, oh God, is that it? I was hoping for a whole crop. Well, you will have a whole crop, but just give it a second. It's just like, but and it sounds silly because in farming and in agriculture, we know better. We know not to do that. But the same exact principle, I mean, exact same principle is true for any kind of magic, manifestation, metaphysical work, whatever you call it. The same exact principles of agriculture are true for those non-agricultural types of manifestations. When the shoots start coming out, you say, oh, goody, here it comes, rather than, is that it? Right? So there's a lot more to come, but you want to be focusing on those shoots that are coming up and getting, allowing yourself to be guided and led, because you might be guided to nurture the soil. You might be guided to plant some more seeds. I mean, who knows what the guidance is going to be for you. But if you're preoccupied with what happened, not only are you going to neglect whatever work needs to be done here, but you might even mess it up, because instead of allowing yourself to be guided, you're making up your own mind about things based on old grievances, old conflicts, old, outdated, outmoded ways of doing things. And even for the stuff in our lives that happen that isn't our fault, that happens to us, where we are victimized, there is still a place in which we are participating after the fact, usually. Not that, and I hate talking like this sometimes, because people say, oh, I can't say that you're blaming me for something that I'm not blaming you. I'm not even saying that you're responsible for what happened, but you are responsible for what you do about it and how you respond to it. That's what I'm talking about. So whatever old types of responses to bad behavior that you have, they haven't worked before. So they're not going to work again. So just know that. However, the universe is on it, and it already has a plan to not only get you everything back that you need that might have been lost or taken, not only to rebalance you in every wonderful way, but also the universe has ideas for you in regards to things that you really want to do that have nothing to, maybe don't even have anything to do with that grievance, that grievance might be stealing all the energy from you that is meant to be used for all of these wonderful new manifestations. So it's best to just say, okay, I don't know what to do about this, but I do know that it's being taken care of, it's being handled, and that's not where my focus needs to be. My focus needs to be on opening my mind, emptying my mind, and being guided to whatever these new growths are, this new growth of prosperity is, or this new growth of success is. Even the really small, seemingly insignificant little shoots that are coming out of the ground, because I know that those things are going to grow into something fabulous. But I'm going to be guided. I'm going to be led. I'm not going to make up my own mind, because that's where I tend to get stuck. And the sorting out process that you're doing is wonderful. And if you keep doing that, make sure that you invite that higher guidance, that inner guidance, to help you with that sorting out. Because this Ace of Cups, this whole period of your life, over the next maybe even few weeks, it's not just today, is a big opening, a big newness. There's a lot of new. And let the universe take care of the old. Let the universe take care of the stuff that you don't want to keep. And you just recognize that my own ways of doing things don't work very well, so I don't want to do them anymore. And I'm so grateful that there is a power within me that does know, and I'm willing to be shown. I'm willing to be guided. I'm willing to be the fool. So your biggest, most powerful, magical word today is, I don't know. Please show me. You're going to do great. What a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. Just as a reminder, we are off tomorrow and Tuesday, and we'll be back on Wednesday. Thank you so very much to the amazing moderator team. Today we had the lovely Vanessa and the lovely Honeypaw. Thank you so very much, moderators, and thank you to everybody for joining us. We'll see you for another reading on Wednesday. Until then, blessed be.